Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Melina's gonna model here like crazy, everyone. Now, guys, I'm sure you've seen that I've used the word transvestite to describe myself only as Melina. Now, I only do these words because, for me, I have no attachment to any of these words. But a lot of people do. You know, the society's getting kind of big, and well, it's obviously big, but there's a lot of transgender people out there. A lot of people that identify as transvestite, as drag queen, etc., etc., etc. It's getting very, very popular. And so a lot of people really do identify with these things, but I don't identify with it. But the reason why I did that was because I'm trying to find words that are going to get me to go viral. I'm trying to find keywords. So if you have any suggestions for words I can use for drag queen, for words that I can use for jock or athlete or whatever, let me know, guys. I'd love to hear it because I want to go viral as quickly as possible. And you guys are always so nice giving me suggestions. You guys are always so nice helping me out. You guys want me to do well. So I'm very, very grateful. I do not overlook that. I love that very much. Very happy with my supportive fans. So, with transvestite, I tried different words. I want different words because sometimes nobody uses those words, whatever, and so I just try them. But I mean, I don't identify with any of them. So some people are like freaking out, maybe are thinking, oh no, what's going on, transvestite, whatever. And for me, there are people that are really transvestites, and there are people that are really, you know, transgender, and they feel really bad and they have a hard time. But I mean, that's why I'm really happy providing like entertainment like this, and being very forward about it, being very like you should feel good and you should feel great, and I try to make sure people know that they feel good because, or that they should feel good because at the end of the day, if you do identify with it, obviously it's harder, but you should feel happy. You should not be feeling like you're not included in the world. You should not feel like you're not important. Why would anybody want to feel that way, right? Now, guys, I think some people really do think I identify as this because I dress like this and I do these things. And I don't think that is really, right. Because even RuPaul doesn't identify with being a drag queen. He identifies as being a man, and so do I. I always identify as being a man. Now, I think people know this. I mean, I think people do know this, and I think people do, when they see me, they know that I'm always Marco. They know that I like being Marco more. I just happen to like Molina Entertainment. I mean, I do love watching Molina perform, just as I would watch RuPaul. And on the Joan Rivers show, they did talk about how RuPaul is everybody watches every walk of life, everybody under the sun watches RuPaul Drag Race, and they're not afraid to be like this as a drag queens. They love drag queens. Everybody loves drag queens. Who doesn't love a good drag queen? I mean, if you're a good drag queen, you're so beautiful. You do makeup better than women. You look better than women. You're stunning, or you're really funny, whatever. And people love that. But I mean, I do want to explain it to people that are like, okay, you do this, and you're obviously a drag queen, or you're obviously transgendered, or whatever. I only do it for entertainment. I really only do it for entertainment because it's so, so good. And look at this. Like, look at this. Look. I think it would be like, it's just like RuPaul. If we never saw RuPaul, I think we'd all be disappointed because he's so gorgeous as a woman, right? Like, isn't he pretty? And I think, that's the difference with thriving in like being gorgeous as a transgender person and thriving, and being someone that suffers. I've heard of some cases where some transgender people become, you know, they become prostitutes, or they're in the sex trade, or they're in, dealing with very major issues. They get kicked out of their homes, whatever. I've heard of that before, and it's sad. It's very, very sad, and we don't like seeing that. Now, RuPaul had been rich pretty much all his life, so for him it wasn't a huge deal. He felt comfortable in it, and he felt good, and it's people like that that make everybody else feel good about it because he's so comfortable with it that I mean, I'm considered a drag queen to some extent, I guess, but I mean, that we all feel comfortable, being like that when we are entertaining. Now, like I said, RuPaul does not identify with being a drag queen. He does not even feel like RuPaul as the woman, but he does it for money, and who could blame him? He makes a lot of money doing that. I only do this, I guess, for money because I'm going to be rich in one day. I guess I do this for money. I don't like to think of it that way because it kind of sounds like I'm not doing it with a heart or anything, but I guess I'm kind of doing it for money. You know, and I do. But the thing is, even though I'm doing this for money, I'm doing this to perform for money, and I like money, and I love all that, and I love being gorgeous and all that. Even though I like all that, I do feel that it's good to help people that are struggling with being transgendered, because at the end of the day, some people really don't feel comfortable, and some people really don't feel like they can perform like this, you know? It's really kind of a priceless thing when you think about it, that somebody is able to perform like this. Now RuPaul makes a ton of money. He makes millions and millions and millions of dollars, right? So it's not like, even if somebody said to him anything cruel, whatever, I'm sure he doesn't like listen because he's making millions, right? So when you make millions of dollars, you're not really, I'm not sure how you would actually feel, but I'm thinking you would feel pretty good about what you do as an entertainer, regardless of what it is. Now, there are people that are rappers, there are people that are singers, there are people that are models, there are people that are, every walk of life in entertainment. There are people that have disabilities in entertainment. There are people that are, doing all kinds of stuff. So, at the end of the day, whatever your stick is, whatever you think you want to do, whatever you feel comfortable with, and if it makes you millions, then go on doing it, right? Like, click that subscribe button, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye now.